Number 6. Jordan. Open. Chicago with the lead.
Hey there guys, what's going on and welcome back to our channel. The best a defender can do is mitigate the damage that will be inflicted on them by the fantastic shooters of any other team who are actually the real deal. For a player to finally be able to score, that must be insane coordination of passing, weaving, and cutting. Sometimes this doesn't work out in their favor and they injure themselves. Here are the 6 most humiliating ankle breakers in NBA history, including Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Steph Curry, and more. Number 6. Steve Nash. Canadian-born basketballer Steve Nash was drafted into the NBA by the Phoenix Suns in 1996. He played an impressive 18 seasons, beginning with the Suns for a brief period, then a few years with the Dallas Mavericks, a long stretch back in Phoenix from 2004 to 2012, and then with the Lakers before his retirement in 2015. He was an 8-time All-Star and 2-time Most Valuable Player. He was truly the pesky little point guard who was always quick on the dribble and light-out shooter and skills that frustrated defenders playing opposite to him. They stepped over to stop him, but were never able to. All these offensive weapons allowed him to rack up 17,000 career points. Nash enjoyed great longevity, and on his 40th birthday, he put all of his tools to work in Philly against a game with the 76ers when he was playing with the Lakers. The eye-blowing crossover here left the 76ers in disbelief. As Nash receives the ball and runs past the defenders, the opponents are left thinking what just happened until he scored a point. And this wasn't the only time Nash left everyone wowed. This was a regular sight on court when he played. His insane practice helped him gain skills to outplay several players of good stature.
End up on the free throw line.
Not unexpected, the 2 worst defensive teams in the league at 64.
Number 5. Stephen Curry. The number of times Steph Curry has had players stumble on their feet is uncountable now. It is wowing each time we watch him doing it. Steph took the world of basketball by storm when he was drafted out of Davidson College by the Golden State Warriors. Curry is famous for scoring from behind the three-point line, helping the points table reach heights. He's been called by many analysts and fellow players as the greatest shooter of all time. But he isn't only a pure shooter. He's had some devastating crossovers with opponents that leave him with open shots. This is a smart method. Sometimes he doesn't even have to dribble to leave the others stumbling on their feet. They're probably intimidated by Steph's prowess. In this particular crossover, Curry left the Sacramento Kings point guard to the floor right when he got a hold of the ball. This immediately cleared the space for Curry to shoot a three-pointer, and as always, he did it. He has mastered three-pointers, and it is evident in every game he plays. It's just as we say, Steph's gonna Steph.
The franchise record for threes for Sacramento. Curry drops in a 3.
Number 4. LeBron James. LeBron crossing over other players is a sight we get to see quite often, but this one was unreal and unlike any other time. This is not a clip we see every day. LeBron crosses over a defender, flying across the floor with ankles clearly scattered and zero pride left in his soul. But it was a bummer to see the King miss a shot that was wide open. James has a reputation for being the most fierce baller in the league as of now. And he proves it in every match, showing intense moves that leave the viewer and the opponent gobsmacked. It is due to intense training and years of practice that James has been able to leave everyone on the opposite end speechless. His beastly body and strong foothold has helped him win an insane number of matches for his team. He is swift and knows how to work his way around a court for the complete coverage control.
Wow! God damn! And dropped it on the man.
Run it back.
Number 3. Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson grew in a rough neighborhood. He even had to watch his own dad getting arrested for dealing with the substance on the streets. Although he kept his own nose clean and was looked up to by many of the neighborhood kids, Iverson ran into some trouble towards the end of his high school career. During an altercation at a bowling alley, Iverson has a rough time with a woman that involved the use of furniture that got serious. He was convicted and sentenced to jail for 15 years, but he was released shortly after due to the lack of evidence. But that's not all. He's had other entanglements with the law too, which helped him see the inside of a jail. All this led him to miss his final year at high school, which he finished later at another school. During all this, he was an impressive basketballer that brought a lot of eyes on him. Throughout his professional career, Iverson experienced a lot of excuses on him, only to later have them dropped. He was a bad boy on the streets, but showed such skills on the court too. He put this image on display against the game with the Lakers. He crosses over Tyronn Lue to create some space and sinks the shot from the baseline, among all other moments where Iverson left a member of the opposing team speechless. This one is our favorite.
Here's Iverson, Lue the defender, stays right with him. Allen wants to go, wants the baseline, fade away, yes!
Number 2, Iverson versus Michael Jordan. In 1997, we saw a much younger Iverson with a different haircut going one-on-one with veteran Michael Jordan. Iverson looked up to Jordan growing up and watched all his games. Now the young and rising star back then was playing against his role model. It was of course a defining moment for him. Jordan stands 6 inches taller than Iverson and years of experience at the time. Allen crosses him over twice in a match, leaving Jordan stunned. We thought he would go light on a player who was his idol, but he spared no one. He crossed him twice and was able to clear space for a successful shoot. Jordan was left confused. This seemed to be a lucky time for Iverson because Jordan is a master of crossovers himself and wouldn't let anybody do it, especially a rookie. His basketball career is a model for up-and-coming players who seek to become like him with charge like his too.
Imagine some of Michael Jordan's best moves. Now, speed it up a little. Put that 45 on a 33 R.
Number 1, Larry Bird. Larry Bird had nowhere near the athleticism of today's players. Kobe Bryant even called him slow in an interview, but what Bird lacked in speed and strength, he made up for with refined skills and basketball smarts. This is exactly why he earned a spot here among all other NBA beasts. Bird's array of tools made his opponents tremble in fear, and he often totally destroyed his opponent's ankles. It was a lazy dribble, but left the opponent confused. Bird didn't even try to do anything. It was as if the other player didn't know how to go about playing basketball and lacked training for standing on foot. If you guys know of any other ankle breakers that we haven't mentioned so far in NBA history, then don't hesitate to share them with us in the comments section down below. And that about wraps up this video, which we hope you guys had a blast breezing through. And if you did, then do show us your appreciation by liking, sharing, and subscribing. And with that being said, I'll be catching you guys later in another juicy NBA video. Take care now.